So guys, you have learned about the light reaction of the photosynthesis and light-based reactions in which light is used to form two very important entities, that is ATP and NADPH, and also you get oxygen. Now let's move to the next phase, or the second phase of photosynthesis, that is termed as the synthetic phase, in which you get the carbohydrate moieties. Keep in mind, and it's a very interesting thing, that NADPH and ATP, both of these are very short-lived. They may even decay within milliseconds. But carbohydrates, on the other hand, which are a product of the second phase of the photosynthesis, carbohydrates, on the other hand, they can live for, and they have been living, for instance, for millions of years. The source of electrons in the case of photophosphorylation was the water. The source of carbon, which will then make the carbon skeleton of the compounds which you want to get from photosynthesis, the source of carbon is carbon dioxide. This is the molecule which we exhale also as a waste product during the process of respiration. The part of the plant which take carbon dioxide from the atmosphere is of course the leaves. The carbon dioxide enter into the leaves through small openings known as stomata, and then through the process of diffusion it goes into the intercellular space, where the reactions will this reaction, which will eventually lead to the formation of different compounds, there these reactions will take place. For instance, the carbon dioxide move into the mesophyll cells, into the stroma of the chloroplast in the mesophyll cells, and there this light independent reaction will occur. I mean, there are different names are given in this light independent phase of the photosynthesis. This is known as Calvin cycle, of course, because it was discovered by the person whose name was given. Also Calvin-Benson cycle, because there was another person whose name people thought it is good that his name also should be included, just to give him the honor. And also some people say it dark reactions also, but now it is almost obsolete term. It's not used, because then there is a confusion students usually get, that because it's dark, maybe it's only takes place in the night and not in the daytime, which is absolutely incorrect. Why it is known as cycle? Because the products you get, they keep on regenerating and being used, and regenerated and being used, as you saw in the case of other cycles like Krebs cycle. Overview of the Calvin cycle, or the light independent cycle. First of all, fixation of the carbon dioxide, then the reduction of the carbon dioxide, in which ATP and NADPH are used, and then the regeneration of the compound, a very important molecule, ribulose 5-phosphate. So let's see this in more detail now. So this is the carbon dioxide molecule which combine with the ribulose biphosphate, ribulose phosphate compound rather. This is the ribulose biphosphate compound, sorry, and this is the enzyme which is involved in the combining the carbon dioxide with ribulose biphosphate, and you eventually get 3-GPA, that is a phosphoglycerate. You get the 6 molecules of phosphoglycerate. Then after using the energy you get from the light reaction, that is ATP and NADPH, you get the 6 molecules of GA3P, that's glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Out of these 6 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, 5 are reutilized in the regeneration of the ribulose biphosphate, while the 1 is utilized in the formation of carbohydrate moiety, for instance, glucose. So in this way, in the dark reaction, you can see that you not only get carbohydrates, but also you have to keep in mind that a lot of energy is also utilized in this reaction, and that energy comes from the light reaction. So in this way, the Calvin cycle is not that much light independent, because for its very occurrence, it depends upon light. This is something you have to keep in mind. So now, in the process of photosynthesis, from the light reaction, you get the ATP and NADPHO, and in the Calvin cycle, you utilize that ATP and NADPHO to form the compounds which make the body of the plants, the carbohydrate moieties like glucose or sucrose or whatsoever. Thank you.